It was a 5-round affair, but in the end, Platinum Perry won, brought a lot of attention, a lot of buzz, a lot of hype to the event, brought a bat to the press conference as well. And I can't wait to see how he looks after what was surely a bloody and brutal affair on Saturday. And so without further ado, let us say hello to the Platinum one, Mike Perry. Wow, there he is. You're looking great, Mike.
Oh, hey. How you guys doing over there?
Not bad. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
What are you reading?
The Rolex magazine.
Because you're living large?
I'm doing all right for myself.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
How does your face feel?
I feel better than I look. Trust me. This is all
cosmetic.
Surface damage.
Yeah.
Surface.
Yeah.
You know, come on. I tried to hit deep internally.
Mm-hmm. So first time doing the BKFC. I know you had the Triad event, but that was a little bit different. What did you think of it? This was your highly anticipated debut.
Oh man, it was a fantastic experience.
Okay, why?
Well, it went well. I got to have a great fight. I had to drop him in the first minute and then continue on to have a good fight. Shows I was up against a tough opponent with experience in the league, in the sport. And, I got to go through the gist of it, like with getting the time in the ring. I wanted time in the ring. And, it's funny because I went through it in a hell of a way where the last 4 rounds, I didn't really have the ability to punch him. So I still pulled through. And I believe that in my next one, I will be a totally new, person, athlete. I will be different than anyone has seen. I know they saw me in the ring and other opponents might think that they have an idea of what it might be like. But I'm going to be 100 times better next time I step in there.
Why couldn't you punch for the last 4 rounds?
I hit him in the first round, and I mean,
dang, yeah,
it's pretty rough right now. I got to get some X-rays, but it just felt like, because I was hitting him right with the center of the knuckle like I practiced, and I was even trying to break through, the hardest part of the head. I was literally trying to, I think about the MVP knee when he hit that guy and all this broke right here. I was trying to break that, and maybe my knuckles crumbled underneath it. And the boss called me, Dave Feldman called me today, and we spoke for a moment. And he said, making a fist as tight as you can be helpful. So, I knew right away after the fight that I wanted to work on strengthening my hands.
And so you probably broke that, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's fractures, which is a break.
Yeah.
There's gotta be, I don't know if an X-ray will show. Sometimes you need an MRI. Sometimes your shoulder's out of whack, your neck, things like that. Like insurance companies want you to get an X-ray, and if it doesn't show up on X-ray, they're not paying because, it's deeper than that. There are lots of things that the body can do, and lots of ways it can run into problems. So, I don't know. Obviously, maybe an X-ray should show if there's a crack in a bone, but Who knows, man? I got to get the x-rays and then I'll text you. I'll let you know. They could be fine, though. I'm sure this is normal. A lot of these guys deal with this. This was my first little taste.
Yeah. So, can you compare it to your experience in MMA? Like, what do you like better? Which sport do you like better now that you've gotten a chance to do both?
I definitely like to box. I like to stand up. I felt like I looked like a pretty little thing out there in my boxing shorts and my shoes and like trying to swag out. You know what I mean? I felt a little stiffer when I did MMA. And I like to keep my cool and I like to be like, just, I don't know. Even my dad texted me. He was like, don't be such a stiff white boy or something with my head up high. But it's just, like I said, surface damage. I want to do the deep, damaging shots that last a while. That's why I knocked him down in the beginning. I try to hit inward. So it's whatever.
At the press conference, you made a lot of noise when you showed up with the bat. Why did you bring a bat to the press conference?
To be honest, I wasn't just thinking about fighting my opponent. I was thinking about fighting other people too. So I was like, I'm going to have my own bat. I don't know how security is going to be. I don't know how quick they're going to be. Sometimes you see with these organizations, some fighters expect the guy standing in the middle of them to break them up. And then one gets kicked in the face and they're like, well, why did you step in? No, I ain't. I'm protecting myself. I got to take care of me and also who's around me, as well as we got to watch each other's backs. So, outside of the ring, it's not fair. We ain't fighting fair. I had a plastic wiffle ball bat. If that's really an upper hand, like handicap or whatever, you'll be all right. You was going to get, a little smack to the face with it. No problem.
Was it annoying to walk around with that in your pants?
Nah, man. Nobody knew I had it on me. It was funny to me thinking about it like that. Like, nobody know I got this bat, boy. I pull it out, get 3 feet of reach on your ass real quick.
Are you and Julian cool now?
No, we can fight again. Okay. I mean, but I want my opportunities first. And then, also, like I said, it was a learning experience. I got some ideas of what I could work on to be better. But, that was the ex-title challenger, the last one to challenge for the title. To me, in my books, I came out on top. I said on Twitter earlier, I deleted it because I spelled one word, or I put one extra word in there. And then I just left my sponsor post up there because it was better anyways. But, we all have our own battles and no one is like another. And, you might have seen it, or you or some people, whoever's listening, might have saw it one way, like, dang, I would have did this, I would have did that. But it's different for me. When I wake up in the morning, for me to roll over, get my phone, or get out of bed, get my shoes, or go brush my teeth, it's different for me. I woke up today, with the marks on my face, but I earned these marks with victory. And you can't walk in someone else's shoes. You got to walk in your own shoes. So to me, I felt like there was a lot, especially as that was probably my first time being such a favorite that I succeeded. Mm. It's like opposite for me. It's like in my world, the way it has happened over time in the past, it's like when people expected me, I I wasn't able. I felt like there was too much pressure or too much on my shoulders, and I took that pressure this time, and I enjoyed it, man. I went forward. I brought the fight to him, even when my hands was crumbled. After the first 2 minutes, the next 4 rounds, every time I hit him, I was like, damn, I gotta find another way to hit him, because if I hit him like that again, I don't know.
I can't imagine what that felt like. 4 rounds of that.
I made it, bro.
And just to make sure, is that your left hand or your right hand? Because I don't know if the screen gets.
This is my left.
Okay.
My right's pretty good too. I mean, both, but 3 combat sports in a year's time.
Not bad.
Am I the first person to do that?
I don't know, but I mean, it's pretty damn unique.
That's what the award is for. I know you guys don't really like each other.
What? Who's that?
But I need an Ariel Helwani award up here somewhere.
But wait, who don't I like?
You and the Smoke.
Oh, nah, I got no beef. Listen, let me tell you something about the
Smoke Performer of the Year.
No, gay man. Respect.
Thank you. No, I'm okay. I'm glad to hear y'all don't have beef.
No,
that's cool.
He was trying to get the rub and pick a fight, but as they say,
we in the beef business.
Homie, don't play that way.
He's too smart, huh?
Yeah, I mean, lion, sheep. You know that old saying?
No,
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I only have respect for people who are out there hustling, doing their thing, trying to get by, trying to be unique. And so I thought the whole thing was pretty silly. But I'm very happy for you. And I'm wondering now, are we done with MMA?
3 combat sports in a year's time. I can bounce around. I can do anything.
Yeah. So you're free to
go anywhere.
You're free to do MMA while you're still with BK. Like, what do you think your next combat sport will be? The next time we see you compete?
Man, that arm wrestling, punch with one hand, you hold on to the center of the table and just,
you want to, Yeah, I know that one. I've seen that. Where they tie you up. That is crazy.
Or you tie it up and don't put the table. That's a good one too.
That's a crazy one.
I mean, no, I don't really want to do that, but whoever's paying, somebody want to pay me $1 million to do some crazy stuff? Let's go.
You don't have to, I don't want you to tell me the exact number, but could you tell me multiples of how much more you're making now as opposed to what you were making in the UFC?
Well, I think I made more in Triller.
Than BKFC?
Yeah.
Okay.
And but there was more light on us in the bare knuckle, as well as good money.
Were you making more in BK than you were in UFC?
I'm making, double.
Okay. That's not bad.
Or more than double, because, now they took some pressure off, I guess, with, I need to think about it that way sometimes, as if there was a win purse. Triller gave me Triller gave me a good win bonus. I had something to fight for extra.
Mm-hmm.
But not having to think about the other side of it. I really just felt like I got to be me and give it my all when the time came. You know what I mean? When the lights were on and it was time to fight, I was prepared to give it everything I had. Sometimes you're already gassed out. Sometimes you're already hurt, so I made sure I felt good. And that means physically and mentally. And that goes as far as, confidence, knowing no matter what, I'm getting paid and I don't have to fight for another, half of trying to live my life a little better. I'm going to get to relax after this. So I might as well put my body through hell.
So much better, right? Isn't that? I mean, I feel like all UFC fighters should have that. You should know what you're getting when you step in there.
It's a kind of like, I'm like, damn. Well, if I get my win bump, or if I get my show purse, if I'm not able to beat this guy who is a talented fighter across from me, then I gotta at least make sure that I'm still capable of handling my day-to-day activities. And when you don't have to worry about that, you can be like, I can sacrifice my hand and foot and I can lay down for a month after this, thankfully.
In terms of training for this fight, obviously when you're training for an MMA fight or a boxing match, like you're using the gloves that you would use in the fight. But here, because it's bare knuckle, I'm assuming you're not sparring bare knuckle, right?
No. I should spar with a little bit smaller gloves. I've been sparring, but that's hard too.
Right.
Because, guys like me and the guys that I spar with, if we were sparring with 8-ounce gloves, like we need to be getting paid good for that shit because we're going to hit each other pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
16-ounce gloves protect us and give you a big oomph to the body. The body shots were more effective in there than I thought they would be.
I'm just saying, like, was this your first time actually, you're going in there and it's a different experience, right?
Yeah, because it never had a street fight last 10 minutes. So
right, crazy. How long do they usually last? Or did they usually last?
I don't, when I was younger,
right,
I guess they were a minute max.
Right. Crazy. Were you surprised that he came back from when you dropped him?
No, I expected him to be tough. I expect to be up against myself in there. I just want to fight off of, when I got knocked down, I cleaned up completely. I did everything technical and proper after getting a little anxious, a little overzealous, and leaving myself vulnerable. So I expected it,
Do you get a lot of MMA fighters who hit you up now and say like, "Oh, what's it like? Tell me what it's like. Are you happy there?" They're the ones that are kind of looking over at BK and seeing if it's a good fit for them.
No, I don't think a lot of people want to put themselves in that situation. You gotta have to need to, and mine was a little mix of both want and need.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, if something is scary, if something looks, intimidating, then I want to go see why am I intimidated by it and go feel that rush. And there was a hell of a rush. And I got to show what makes Platinum Perry different. I got to, what I have a skill that a lot of people wouldn't be able to. Probably don't want that to be their best skill, but you know what? I'll take my attribute and I'll put it up on a pedestal and be like, "Yup, that's me right there." And my attribute is toughness.
Respect. I don't think anyone doubted that even before this fight, if I'm being honest, but you put it on display once again.
Yeah, but guys go in there and it's different. They get hit with the bones and they break open and they feel that blood and they, it shakes them up. They fall down. You see guys who win in BKFC, they get knocked down first.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's okay, my back's against the wall. Do I fight back or do I cower and curl up? Those are your options in there. And I was so far from cowering or anything like that. That was never a thought in my head. I would not touch that floor. I didn't touch the stool. I stood up for 5 rounds straight. I never did that in my career.
Why'd you do that?
Good teamwork. Coach made a choice.
What are those boots behind you on the shelf there? Those are sick. What is that? Is that blood?
Yeah.
That's from Saturday?
Yeah.
Damn. Those are sick boots, though.
I like to think I have more of his blood on me than I had of my own blood for sure. And we both bled, but the middle of his face was leaking.
Yeah. You enjoy that?
It was fun to see. It was nice. Because I told myself before the fight, as long as he bleeds.
Right.
And I saw that blood and I just kept hitting the middle of his face I wanted more and more.
Damn.
No disrespect to him.
No.
You know what? I chose to do the business with him. And we both learned things from each other. And that's why we were able to say hello after the fight. And, it was respectful after, but that's because we people after you fight it all out, fighting is for in the ring, especially for guys like us, because we don't want to fight somebody who doesn't mean anything, who's not worth anything. And that's kind of one thing about Julian Lane. A lot of people wouldn't have wanted to had that fight. That's where I feel like a lot of pressure was on my shoulders. I was favored to win. A lot of people were like, fighters mostly want to fight a guy who, in their mind, if they can think, well, if this guy were to beat me, people can't say nothing about it because he's got credentials and he's done this and he's done that. And, people want to act like they can make jokes about me or Julian Lane, but we're the ones in there. And he brought it as far as talking trash, being there in the fight even after I heard him. He tried. He brought it. He wanted to win, and I didn't let him. And, had it gone the other way, no one would have been able, that would have been it for me. Like, you can't lose to that guy. Close or not, that's the pressure that was on me. That's why no one is like another, because no matter how good you thought I was going to be, no matter how fast you think you would have been, how good you would have moved your head or feet, when you get hit with those shots, that's what makes the difference. That's why I was the one in there bleeding with him, and we was bleeding. We was the ones fighting. And, I got the win. So now I called out the champ. Sounds like he wants to do it. There's a couple people who might, feel otherwise, but who have they fought? I fought the last title challenger, and, it makes sense to me. And I think stylistically, I got a good game plan for how I would go to get the belt.
When do you think realistically you return?
Well, I need 1 month to see how healing goes.
Right.
And then I need another month to work on strengthening. And, from there, the business can be done wherever. So that gives, with fighting like this, it's probably going to be around 5 months. So 2 months focusing on repair and strength, and then the 3 months of business. Because if you really want to sell a fight, you need the time.
Do you think it's safe to say your next fight will be in bare knuckle?
Like I said, listen, I'm on paperwork with them. Whoever wants to do business can hit up First Round Management, whole team of guys over there with great ideas running athletes and taking us up.
I like it. Well, it was fun, man. You're killing it. You're doing great work, Mike.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the time, bro. I appreciate the anybody who listened, and I wanted to show face today.
I know. Can I say you reached out to me, which I thought was pretty. I actually, with the BK stuff, I remember one time I had Artem Lobov on the Monday after his fight against Jason Knight, and man, he was like really beat up, and the recovery time is a little different than an MMA fight, so I didn't want to bother you, and I was really pleasantly surprised when you reached out to me yesterday afternoon. Because that's always better than me bothering you. So thank you for that. And I think it's pretty damn cool that you wanted to come on, especially with your hand, feeling like it is. When do you go check it out?
I'm going to call probably after this and see when they can set me up an appointment this week. But yeah, what was I going to say, man? I mean, I guess I'm not that forgetful because of punches. People want to say punchy and things like that. I think I'm in pretty good shape as far as mentally. I think I'm a pretty witty guy. I know some things. So, like I said, this is surface damage, and people are going to say what they want. I'm here trying to promote myself. I know I'm going to be back to fight again. That was another thing. They should get more credit for this interview before the fight. I like that. I think that's cool, man.
What, with the bat?
Never did that before. What's that?
The one with the bat?
No. We do an interview right before I fight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I they do that in boxing. They don't do that. So, UFC doesn't like doing it because I was told Dana doesn't like it, but I'm a big fan of that because you get to feel the tension. You get to feel like just the buildup. You don't get a lot of like great stuff, but it's great access. So yes, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm also, I guess it's just the boxing. I really do like boxing. I don't watch too much of it. Some great fights. I like T-Dub Crawford, man.
Mm-hmm.
The really big fights I watch. And, I want to get down on the table with you and my opponent.
Oh, yeah.
And do a damn intelligent
face-to-face
conversation to hype a fight one day.
Oh, man. That would be big. By the way, baby okay?
Yeah, baby's with mama right now and his cousin and Gigi. So they're out and about shopping.
Respect. Just doing baby things.
No doubt. So, but thank you guys, man. I just had a little message more about, I wanted to talk to you today and explain the things, and because people, I don't know, people still hate, but I focus on the respect aspect. I met a lot of great fighters in bare knuckle too. Shout out to them. And do
you feel like you got it all out? What you wanted to get out?
No, I never do, but that's what life is about. We gotta have to want more. That was it. This is probably I'm still hungry, baby. I'm still here. I want this shit. And that's what it's about. You gotta be hungry. If you ain't hungry, then wait till you are. But I don't gotta wait. Like, I just need to repair, and I'm hungry. I'm ready to go train right now. Like, recovery is training. So I'm on it. I've been icing. It's gonna go down, and these just gonna be bricks next time, man. You did. Last thing, What's that?
Oh, look at that. Credit Suisse, 10 ounces. What is that?
Platinum.
There it is. Look at platinum. There it is. I see right there under. You're the man, Mike. Get well soon. Speedy recovery. Thanks for coming on, and congrats on the W.
Thank you, MMA Hour. Thank you, Ariel Helwani.
Much love. There he is, Mike Perry in the house. What a day.